So actually the history of Cameron Highlands started way back from 1885 during a mapping expedition by the British surveyor named William Cameron. Okay. So actually he was assigned to put on the border between states in Malaysia. Okay. So he coming up from
India, Assam, yeah? The difference is just the leaves. Assamica, it's broader and huge. Sinensis, it's smaller and thin. That's the difference. But both of these plants came from Burma, not from China, not from India, yeah? From Burma, it was stolen to China. From China, it was stolen to India. And now people call it English tea. Simple as that. The cycle started from Burma itself. And in those days, you can see the ladies going inside and they pick something like this. This is considered as the best quality of tea. Careful, yeah, there's two big trucks are coming in the lower part. 2 leaves and 1 shoots. Yeah? The best of the best is this one here. 1 kilo of this in Malaysia can cost you 200 ringgit. 50 grams of this coming from China can cost you $3,000 US. Because why? People say if you drink this you live longer. I've never seen anyone living longer after drinking this. It's just a myth and a legend. Yeah? But the secret came from China. Why they have 2 leaves and 1 shoot? Since the day they start to pick until packaging, it was all done by hand. So when it goes to the factory, they dissect all of this. You have 3 different qualities coming out of this, yeah? Light, standard and strong. That is how it works. But since now you're using machines to harvest, no hand picking in Malaysia right now, machine will harvest something like that. There goes your 3,000 bucks. Gone, finished, that's it. So how are you going to dissect the quality? It is just by size. The bigger the size of the leaf, the finer the taste. The finer the dust, the stronger it gets. So it's from large to small. That is how they do it, yeah? And the other thing is, just like I told you just now, don't be mistaken that all of these plants are short. Actually, no, yeah? Every 3 years they cut it down to maintain the size. If they never maintain the size, it grows like a tall tree. The record is still in Burma, 325 years old. So you can imagine how tall a tea tree can grow, eh? All of these bushes were planted in 1929, so they're approximately 81 years old. And later I'll show you how an 81-year-old tree looks like. The problem is if it grows like a tall tree, it produces less shoots, more fruits, more flowers. And the other thing is it's very hard to find tall people in Malaysia to harvest tea leaves. So that's the reason every 3 years they cut it down. So it's easier to harvest as well. And in this way, it produces more shoots that you can harvest, yeah? And it's not like in the northern hemisphere, India, where you can harvest only 2 or 3 times a year. But here we harvest all year round. Every 2 weeks in rainy season, every 3 weeks in dry season, we harvest tea leaves. That is how they do it, yeah, over here. And the other thing is, just like I told you, Chinese tea, green tea, and black tea, it's all coming from the same plant. It is just a matter of process how you are going to do it. Okay, you can see normally, you can only use the young leaves, yeah, both sides. Big truck coming. Make tea out of the old one, because why? The problem is no matter how you process the old one, can you see? It's so fibrous, it turns up something like that. So by using the young one is how you can play with the qualities, you know. 1966 there was a picture in this plantation. Now ladies have good job. They just sit behind the computers, they have good money. In the past the ladies will group up, they go to the factory, they have a task to do. 2,000 kilos of tea. Their job is sitting on the ground, taking the leaves, putting on their hand, start rolling. They have to finish rolling 2,000 kilos in 8 hours. The only song they can sing for the whole day. Rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah? After rolling, it looks something like that. But now, can you smell tea? You just pass it to everyone.
Yeah.
You can take some leaves.
Some tea?
It smells like grass. There's no tea.
Not for me. Like, smell. But you need to
Smells like
process
grass.
it.
There's no tea smell.
Smells like no.
Comme dans Tintin alors. Comme dans Tintin. On s'est entendu tout à l'heure. Il y a un trou de carton.
Elle me guette maintenant, Rita.
Attention, tu veux que je reprenne?
Bah t'as quand même le fond de pantalon.
On va faire une photo. C'est ça, ici. Hop. On laisse là, on va regarder. C'est son père de famille. C'est la responsabilité du père.
Aïe aïe aïe.
Ce qui est bien, c'est que si je tombe, on me voit pas.
Oui, mais on verra l'appareil. Fais gaffe.
Ne te déconcentre pas avec Milo.
Boum. Boum. J'ai été filmée par Rita.
J'ai pas tout parce que je pensais pas que à la fin.
C'est tout bête. Tiens la corde, hein. Et c'est sur la fin, quand tu la tiens plus, que c'est dangereux. C'est là que c'est dangereux.
Pour moi, c'est pas danger de mort.
Enfin, c'est pas un danger de mort.
Faites gaffe avec le sac à dos, Jean-Michel, parce
Au
que
moment-
vraiment se penche
derrière, ouais.
encore un petit peu, ça va. Ouais. On continue, hein.
Est-ce qu'il faut que la cause existe plus que le reste?
Ouais, mais enfin. Et donc là, il y a bien un trou de 4 mètres. Il y a un trou de 4 mètres.
Ah oui, c'est vrai.